Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dana, aka Blondie Knots here on YouTube, and today I'm just making a very quick earring video for those who requested it from my last Will It Market video. These are the earrings today that we'll be making, and I am going to go through how to make the flower really quickly in case you don't already know how to make the flowers. I'll do a quick recap on that. I'm going to be using the girl's tutorial I learned from, so I'll link hers down below too. She might have a better way of explaining it than me, but I'm going to go through it really fast, and then I will show you how to add the actual earring finding pieces to it to make it an earring. So this is a very quick, easy, simple, beginner-friendly tutorial, and without further ado, I'm going to hop right into it today. So enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you've made some of these. I'd love to see them all, and follow me on Instagram. I'm also Blondie Knots on Instagram. So let's hop straight into the video. Okay guys, here are the materials you will need in order to make these flower puff earrings. I know there aren't really any videos out there for how to attach the earring findings, and so that's really what I'm going to help you through with in this video. So here we have two different colors of acrylic yarn, 4-weight yarn. I have a 5mm hook, my darning needle, a lighter, a regular pair of scissors, a pair of needle nose pliers, and then my earring findings, 2 of my circle clasps, and then 2 backings. Hopefully you can see them. I know they're kind of hard to see. I don't know if those are all the technical terms for the earring pieces. I'm not super familiar with their real names, but you get what I'm saying. So to start this pattern off, we are going to create a magic ring. And if you don't know how to do a magic ring, you can do another method that is quite easier for some people, which is you're going to make a slip knot and then go ahead and chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then working back 1, 2, 3, 4 in that very first stitch, you can slip stitch into there, and then you will make a hole that way. Go ahead and chain up 1 after you do that. And this center here, that's what you would be working into next. Okay, if you don't know how to do the magic ring method, you can work your 5 single crochets we're going to be doing into this hole here. But for me personally, I do like a magic ring. So if you don't know how to do a magic ring and you'd like to try this method instead, there are probably a lot of better videos to describe how to do a magic ring, of course. But what I like to do is I place the yarn in my hand like this, just with 2 fingers out, and I wrap the yarn around, crisscross it in the front here. So now on my finger I have the yarn crisscross, which is exactly what I want. I turn it a little bit this way. I take my hook and I go under that first strand of yarn and grab the second one with your hook. Make a slight twist as you're coming up. So now you've got it like this. And then you need to grab your, it's hard for me to do it slow. Grab your yarn from over there again and pull it through that little hole you've made. Okay, and then your yarn should be twisted for your magic ring like this. And when you're working these stitches, it's very important to keep your yarn twisted like this. That is how it's going to be able to adjust size and close. When I very first started, I would untangle this because I, thought that was wrong. And so I'd pull it and untangle it, and then it will not slide close. See, it's stuck now. You do want to make sure that you keep it twisted like that. So that is perfectly normal. That is twisted. So again, 2 fingers out, yarn goes over your fingers, coming under, crisscross over. Don't be discouraged if you don't get this on your first couple tries. Magic ring is very difficult for a lot of people. So please just resort to the chain 4 method if this is discouraging you too much. Yarn under, grab the yarn, slight twist, grab it over here, pulling it through, okay? And then chain 1. So now we need to work 5 single crochets into our loop here. So let's do that right fast. There's 1 for us, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See that there? Perfect. Pull it shut. Or if you're working the chain 4, you'll already be probably back over here by now. And you can always double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect. And into this first stitch here, go ahead and just make a slip stitch. Beautiful. So now we're going to chain up 2. And we're going to work our first cluster stitch. So basically, it's a double crochet, only we're not completing the stitch. So go ahead, yarn over, and then into our first stitch here, we're going to insert, pull up a loop, pull it really tall and high to match up with where you are. That's what's going to create the puff. And then just pull through 2. So you should still have 2 left on your hook. Okay, and then we're going to go and repeat that, and that's number 2. Again, we're only pulling through 2 at a time. Now we have 3 on our hook. That's our 3rd time through. Again, only pull through the first 2. There's number 4. And last one. Number 5, pull through 2 only. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on our hook, which is perfect. And we are going to now yarn over and pull through all those stitches there. So now we have a nice cute little puff. And we're going to chain up 2. And in that first stitch still that we're working, slide your puff all the way over so you can insert here. And we're just going to make a slip stitch. Make sure you're working in that same stitch. That's really going to be what makes it puff. And then from there we're going to chain up 2. And we're going to do the same exact thing we just did. 5 times we are completing half of a double crochet. Not a half double crochet, but half of a double crochet to make our cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got one more time here. So if you lose count, you can always just count the loops on your hook until you have 6. And then again, pull through all of them. Chain up 2, scoot your poof over, and slip stitch. Go ahead and repeat that for 1, 2, 3 more, and then I'll join back up with you and we'll get to the center of the flower. Okay, after you complete your last slip stitch, so you have 5 little puffs, you're going to yarn over and just chain 1, and then you can go ahead and cut your yarn because you are done with that. There you go, nice and easy. So I'm going to make one more of these, and then I'll come right back and show you how to make the center. So now we have our cutie little flowers, but we need them to have some centers. So the centers are super simple. So go ahead and take your other color yarn that you got for your centers. I like to use yellow for my center, but you do whatever your heart desires. Now for this, we are just going to make a slip knot and go ahead and chain up 3. 1, 2, 3, and we are going to be working in this first stitch here, all right? And we're going to do one of our clusters, only this one is just going to be a 4 cluster. So there's 1, working that first stitch, 2, keep trying to pull it up as well, like we were before, 3, last one, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on our hook. Beautiful. Yarn over, pull through all of them. And there's our little center. So go ahead, chain 1. Cut your yarn tail off. Pull through. And now you have a little itty bitty center. So go ahead and make just one more of those. So we have 2 total, and then we will begin assembling. All right, now we have both of our little flowers done, and we need to pull our centers through so they are secure onto our flower. So what we can do here is grab your little flower and your hook and go ahead, flip your flower over, and just find anywhere that looks like you have a pretty decent little hole. Don't use that center hole though, where we made our initial 5 stitches in, this outer one here. Go ahead and just push through to the other side like that. Loop your yarn on from your center and pull it through. Just like that, and then go straight across here through the back again and pull through that other side. So he is through. Don't worry about the ends yet. We'll do all the ends last. So again, just going in through the back, pulling our center through wherever you find fit, and then make sure you just go directly across from that first place you pulled it through and do the other side. So now you have your cute little flowers, and weave in our ends now. So I just turn it over, and I honestly, because I'm crazy and I like to make sure everything is so secure, I just knot these all a bunch of times, to be honest. All over, all around, knot them all up. And then this little top one here, from where we ended our flower petals, just push them in through somewhere, wherever, doesn't really matter. Okay, perfect. You can weave all of these little ends in if you so desire. Honestly, I do not do that. I know. I just take them, I cut them really close like that, and over here like that. And there's your little flower. So I'm going to do the other one really fast. All right, so now we have both of our little flowers. The reason I don't monkey around with trying to weave in my ends all too much is because now I'm going to take my lighter here. Acrylic yarn has a pretty bad track record of leaving behind a lot of these little fuzzies, and to be honest, they kind of drive me nuts. I also feel like burning them just leaves a really clean edge. So what I do is I'll just flick my lighter on, and I'll go around and just very quickly and lightly keep it pretty distant, because I have burned plenty of flowers doing this way. But I'll just burn around the edges a little bit, and it really just like helps give it a nice clean look. But then when you get to the back here, these little pieces, they kind of melt all the way down, and then I don't really have to worry about them too much. And so that is honestly my trick. Like, that looks so much better, I feel like. I don't know, maybe you want to weave in your ends, but seriously, for me, this trick seems to work really well. And I do this with all my flower earrings. Just be careful. First of all, don't burn yourself. But secondly, this smell is honestly quite gnarly. All right, so that is how I get my backs looking pretty nice and clean back there. I'm pretty pleased with the way that looks back here. So now we will attach the earring portions. Let me zoom in. This is gonna be really difficult to do only because the camera is directly in front of my face to film this, but I'm gonna do my best for you. Give it the old college try. We have our little earring backs. We have these, I don't even know what these are called. They're just circles. They came in the pack of earring. I got all this stuff off Temu. Like I said, I try to be so real with you guys. I got this all off Temu. I'll link it in the description if you want. It was very cheap, very affordable, and so it comes with all these pieces that you need. Otherwise, I'm sure you can get them off Amazon or somewhere else. And then I have my little needle nose pliers as well. So to attach the earring, so first you're gonna wanna find a spot of the flower you feel like would be easy to work through. I'm gonna work through just right here on the flower, right where this like little chain space almost is. I'm gonna work through there. So I've got my little circle ring here, and I'm just gonna pry them open a little bit with my nail like that, and slide it through. Slide it through there. Check to make sure it's not pulling funky anywhere in the front, and it looks good. Take your earring hook, and when you place it on, make sure you're placing it facing forwards. So when the poof is laying down, you're seeing the front of the earring. So just place it on, just right onto the circle there. And then I just grasp it like this, and I push it shut. It's not going to be perfect every time. Sometimes you have to finagle with it a little bit more, but that one was pretty easy there. Just really smush it together as much as possible because I don't want it to come undone. So there we go. And you can double check that you did it correctly because you can see the front of the earring is facing you and he is forwards when it's hanging just by itself. So now we just have to do the other one. Again, we got our little circle, pry them open, find a nice chain space to go through. Check it from the front, make sure it's cute, it is. Earring hook facing forward. Go ahead and set it right on there. And then clamp it shut. There we go. Set his little back on, and you are all done. You have yourself a cute pair of earrings. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I know there isn't really any videos out there about attaching the earring finding, so I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm gonna link the girl's video who I got the flower pattern from. I have no idea if it's her own pattern, but it's just who I used. So hopefully this was a nice, quick, easy video and you have a cute pair of earrings. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more, and I'll be seeing you in my next one. Bye guys.